the party of Ifran, Mick, Luca, Lirion, Val, Reese, and Massi, their friend, tasked by the Wanderer to lead them to Threshold, encountered a strange man on the road claiming the same mission as Massi. Unable to decide on who was telling the truth and who was lying, the group decided to simply set off again toward Threshold, when Luca stabbed Massi in the back.
No. We had not decided to set off again towards Threshold. I will admit, stabbing him in the back was wrong. However, put this in context. Ifran refused to continue until Massi had stopped.
Ifran refused to continue until Massi had stopped, and then Luca stabbed him in the back.
Exactly. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Oh, wait. It was a sneak attack, so I actually get a reroll. So
Why would
we'll
you-
stick with the 25.
Yeah, why would you?
I thought I might. I rolled a 7, but if I got a crit, then I'd be doing some uber damage right now. But as of such, I'm only doing 30 damage.
Holy butt.
Bye, Massi.
I just got another D6 on my sneak attack, guys. It's really fun.
So your rapier goes in rather effortlessly onto Massi's back right side as you slide your blade clean through one of his kidneys, kind of poke out a little out the other side, and then whisk it out.
Is he bleeding?
Oh yeah, Massi has suffered a major wound in mechanical terms.
Luca, what is wrong with you?
You said we wouldn't continue without him.
I did not mean to stab the man.
And Massi is like gripping, he's dropped his axe and he's gripping both sides of his torso and he's just like, you stabbed me.
Luca then gestures to Lirion and says, then heal him and we can be on our way.
Saren's freaking out. He's like, his hands are up at his face. He's like, you bloody stabbed him by fail. What in the gods is wrong with you?
Yeah, Luca is already at this point, not even knowing where Threshold is, has gathered some of the equipment that he brought with him and is marching towards where he believes Threshold is based on, like, they had been walking in a direction. Well, he's like, it's that way.
Okay. I will let you know that, on the path to Ifran's trust, regaining Ifran's trust, that took you backwards.
Okay,
That's fair.
Just Luca, though.
as Luca is gathering this equipment before he heads out, he says, "Luca, we will talk about this later."
You hear Luca call over his shoulder, "Talk will not save the mock."
And he goes to see Tomasi.
Okay, so jigging through your little knapsack there, you're able to whip out some bandages and try to stop the bleeding. But he seems to be bleeding pretty profusely.
Do any of you know healing?
Noticing that the blood isn't stopping, he casts Cure Wounds.
Go for it.
7.
All right, as you touch Massi's wounds, you can kind of feel that your magic works into his body, stitching together the cuts on the inside, but still leaving quite a dire wound on him. And you take 1 point of strain.
We must get him to a hospital. Come, help me carry him into Threshold.
Can you walk, Massi?
I cannot. I need help.
I will cast Phantom Steed and summon my very ostentatious horse.
How ostentatious?
It looks exactly like Val does as an Elverette, so it's like slate gray, and then the hair is highlighter yellow.
Oh, yeah.
And
With
it's got a
like
human
hairy
face.
feet. Oh my gosh, terrifying.
It actually has pants. Oh wait, that's hair.
Those aren't pants.
Phantom Steed, and I will help him get on it.
Val, you're successfully able to help Massi mount this steed that... how does it make its appearance?
Ooh, that's a great question. Oh, you know what? I actually can't cast that because I don't have it prepared.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Hang on. Is it a ritual? La la la. Yes, it is. I'll cast it as a ritual.
So how much time will that take?
11 minutes.
Let me do a roll here.
Well,
Oh,
he's
no.
bled out by then, so...
Massi will survive for 11 minutes.
Thank goodness. Okay. Well, we can
Still
go
got
fast
the entire
on the
walk
horse.
to Threshold.
I think it just kind of appears in like a puff of glitter.
Okay, so in a puff of glitter, this steed appears with a mane of highlighter yellow,
I'm going to ride ahead with him, hopefully find medical help, yes?
Saren kind of looks, he kind of puts his hand on the steed and is like, look, even if you get to Threshold, they won't let you in, not with a dying man like that. And this horse, he looks at it just like, what the frick is this thing?
What is wrong with my horse?
Have you seen a horse before?
Yes, they look like this.
Wait, okay, because kin horses, like breeds, are almost twice as big as
Oh
normal
yeah,
horses.
it's a big old horse.
Yeah, okay, just making sure. So this is an enormous slate gray, highlighter, yellow-haired steed.
Yeah.
I believe what Saren is trying to say is that while you may appear to be human, your horse most certainly does not appear to be a horse that a human would possess.
Well, what does a horse that a human would possess look like?
It is much smaller, perhaps brown.
Perhaps we can get on with this, please.
Val will change the horse to look as Ifran described.
A bit smaller and perhaps brown.
Yeah, it's vaguely brown. It's still a little big. It's perhaps brown. That's the shade name of this horse's coat is perhaps brown.
Efron's never seen a horse. I've traveled far and wide,
And traded with many people.
but one of the most elusive creatures of this world is a horse. Those things we fought outside Marehold, those weren't horses.
Okay. Massi kind of reaches up to Val. Have you mounted your steed?
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
helped him on. I'm on top of it.
And he kind of reaches up to your shoulder and is like, please, make haste. The sooner we get to Threshold, the better. But we must not arrive before the rest of the group.
But what is the point of having a horse? We can't go fast. All right, let's go. Can we go faster? Yes.
Yes, I can go as quick as you'd like.
And Saren's like, look, either way, I mean, he's right. We can't get there individually. The only way you're getting in is with me. And if he says with him, then with him. But look, we stick together or we're all dead either way.
Well, we can't very well leave Massi to die in the woods now, can we?
No, of course not. He looks off, kind of squints to see where Luca is in the distance, like, by the gods, why did he do that? I never meant to kill the man. I just said we can't have him with us. Let's go. And Saren starts trudging off kind of at a brisk pace.
Efron follows him.
I will also follow.
As does Reese.
Yep, Mick does too.
Lyrion's with the group as well.
Luca was just walking, right? Because everyone else is running, yes?
I mean, Luca was
Slash
just
brisk
walking,
trot.
but
I'll move the
upon
horse
the
as fast as we
approach
can go.
of anyone near him, he is not receptive to outside contact currently. So even if people approach, he will maintain a certain distance.
Okay, so as they start to catch up to you, you start to go faster.
Yes.
And pretty soon
What is
everybody's
this,
running.
the 7th grade?
Really, he's Luca won't let you know this, but he actually feels pretty terrible about stabbing that guy in the back.
Well, I'm glad he does.
As he should.
At least he has some remorse.
For now.
So everyone's running. And Val would know this. Ifran would probably know this as well. At this rate, you'll probably get to Threshold within an hour.
It's a long time.
Well, let's see if Massi can make it. Keep going.
Can I send the Archbishop to scout ahead?
Yes.
Okay.
How far can he go?
I think Owl's fly 60. I'll double dash him.
But isn't there a range for familiars?
I can view, well, I guess that depends on I can communicate with him up to a certain point. I don't know if you will continue to allow me to see and hear through him. That's up to you. I can communicate with him as long as he's within 100 feet of me. I leave it up to you whether or not I can see and hear through him. But I will let my phantom horse lead and just go blind and deaf and see through the Archbishop.
So as your owl flies a good distance ahead and much higher than the rest of you, you see a spattering of houses and farms start to appear along the sides of the road. Not too far in the distance, but still a good ways off. Maybe a good 10-minute walk or so, 10-minute run. And as they move toward Threshold, which is still slightly hidden behind hills, but you can see bits and pieces of the city, these scattered houses and farmsteads turn into shanty towns and slums outside the city proper that are not protected by any walls or whatnots. And there are, as far as you can tell, larger public houses where maybe one can procure special treatments.
Great. I will report that back to the group.
Was that like medical treatments? Because you made that sound like it was a brothel.
Special particular
Val doesn't know.
Special treatments. Mm.
That's just what the Archbishop sent back. We don't know what that means.
The archer.
So it does take you, like I said, a good 10 or so, 15 minutes until you reach these more settled areas and where you start to see more and more people walking around, milling about, and they take notice of your group, which of course is running, plowing its way through these streets.
But we look normal.
But you look otherwise normal.
You look normal.
Was the special treatment medical treatment, or was it a whorehouse?
No, it's like
Can't it be both?
it's
Special
Yikes.
treatment.
it's like back alley doctors and apothecary type work.
Okay, that's good enough for
It's
Val.
not, it's not like a hospital or a place where you would go for medical treatment. It's like the guy's like, hey, I got some stuff, and if you want a tooth pulled.
Jeez.
Wow, okay. How's Massi looking?
He's a bit paler.
I will take him to the nearest of those that the Archbishop spotted.
The rump of your horse is just like matted with blood.
Ooh, fun.
So yeah, you approach one of these public houses and are able to hitch your horse with no problem. Everyone else catches up. Where's Luca? I guess because we have to ask.
Luca has realized he's not hearing the thunder of a bunch of people and a horse charging after him, and he's like, I guess I probably shouldn't. I did stab that guy. So he stops but does not approach.
How long total have we been traveling?
Since Massi was stabbed,
Yes. Since I summoned the horse.
30 minutes.
Not shabby.
We have 30 more minutes on the horse. And then it will disappear again.
Dropping him on the floor.
All right, so you've reached the public house. You've hitched your horse.
I will help Massi down and take him inside.
He kind of groans as you do, and you see a spurt of blood come out of his wound as he removes his hand for a minute. It's like, please, bring me inside.
I do that.
How's Val handling this? Is he like cool as a cucumber, or is he like, oh my gosh, there's a bleeding man on my fake horse?
Oh, my fake.
I believe you mean
Well, when you put it that way.
phantom horse.
Phantoms, dude.
Sorry.
I think if you were to, you wouldn't have to look that carefully at Val. He's keeping a very cool exterior, but is very clearly panicking underneath.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagined. I just want to see if I'm getting a good feel for Val.
Yeah.
Ifran goes and also helps.
Takes the other side.
Yeah, takes the other side of Massi. Cool. And helps bring him inside.
I actually do not follow them. I go to Luca. And
So you see Luca a good ways down the street.
good ways. Okay.
Like kind of peering over the crowds, like, what's going on over there? But just real quick, Lirion, Reese, do you go inside? Do you stay outside?
Lyrion's staying outside.
Okay, you stay with the horse. And Reese?
He's going to stay outside, kind of by the door.
All right. And then Mick, are you going toward Luca?
Yes, I would like to go towards Luca.
All right, you start making your way toward Luca. Is Luca staying still or coming toward the group?
Luca is staying still, but he does not move farther away as Mick approaches.
All right, so then inside the public house, because this is happening most currently, the three of you and Saren also accompanies you inside. So the four of you kind of come through these wide doors into this grand parlor. There's a lavish bar on one side. Lavish is too generous. There's a bar on one side and a spattering of tables sort of haphazardly throughout the room. Patrons, even in this sort of middling hour of the day, a seat and a drinking. And there is no entertainment or anything like that sort going on. However, toward the back, you do see where a sort of peculiar-looking man has set up a large case, like, one of those that you open and all those different compartments come out, and it's got 10 drawers that fold down, and he's kind of setting up a little banner that kind of goes across the top, and it just says Oddities by Darrent.
I think that will be our best bet, yes.
The bartender looks over, seeing, Massi's blanching face, and the two of you holding him as if he were injured, and Saren sweating profusely and freaking out behind you. And he says, "Oi, we won't have any of that bad in here. What are you doing?"
Well, hey, listen, mate. We need some help, all right?
Look. You get this bloody core out of here, or I won't have none of it.
What? How are you supposed to sell anything if you won't let anybody in, eh?
All right, well, bloody it. Listen here. Look, I got my bruises and back, and they're going to take you outside, you in this bleeding car, and your other bloody car right on the side of him, and they'll show him a rougher time if you don't get that stuff up before.
Val's gonna push forward towards the guy with the oddities thing.
All right. The bartender, who may sound like a large, gruff man, but is probably 90 pounds total. The bartender, is obviously all talk, and he's just like, "Oh, fine, whatever. Get out of here."
That's what I thought.
Bartender is the one that has the oddities, or there's
No.
a different dude that has
The
oddities?
dude in the back has the oddities.
Okay.
Supposedly Darrett, the peculiar-looking man.
Ah, gotcha.
And the other patrons, they're not standing up and being like, "Oh, what's going on?" But they're definitely looking over at you guys and like, "Oh, wow, that guy's bleeding."
They're really well adjusted.
They're really well inebriated, if anything.
Going all the way to Darrett.
All right, and he turns around, and he's this Emeric man, same as Massi and Ifran. A little short. He's definitely a bit plumper than the both of them, and he's got a twirly little mustache and a balding head. And as he looks at you with silvery eyes, he lights up and then looks down at Massi, and his complexion just drops, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, what is wrong with him? Please bring him here, please."
I bring him over and set him down.
"I must help you, my good brother. What is your name?" And Massi kind of just reaches up and he's like, "I am Massi. And who are you to him?" He's looking between Val and Ifran.
We happened to cross him as we were traveling to Threshold.
I think he got stabbed in the kidney.
You think?
Ifran is gonna roll. Could you roll deception for me?
That's actually not a lie. We were traveling.
Yeah, I was like, that's a good way to explain it.
Fine.
Got Noah bringing all the mechanics questions here.
He still gives you kind of a little okay kind of look. at
Can you
both
help
of
him
you.
or not?
"I will try my best, my friend. Please, give me one moment." And he looks through his little assembly here, and he's going through jars, and he's looking at different things. This would be perfect. And he takes a stick of what looks like cinnamon, but it's slate gray, and he cracks it in half, and he starts rubbing it together into a little sort of mortar bowl thing. And then he unstoppers something and pours it in, and then he kind of swishes that around a bit, and then digs through some more jars, and one actually falls on the floor and breaks. It's like, "Oh, cheat." And he takes a second one, and he puts that in, and he starts grinding it all up, and he looks back at Moss, and he's like, "He's not looking very well."
Yeah, we know. We brought him in here.
And he works this formula into a paste, and he's like, "Please." And he kind of scoops out half of it, and he hands it to Val, and he's like, "Put that on the back of the wound."
Okay.
And he just, it's slowly drips off his hand, and then
Slops.
So when Val says okay, does he lose the accent for a second?
He did.
Sweet.
and then and you, Derek points at Ifran, push him onto his side.
Ifran does so.
And he starts putting the paste around the wound and sort of then pushing it into the wound on the front of Massi. And he looks at Val and is like, "Do the same, now."
Val does, but is barely holding it together.
Do you need to do a Constitution saving throw?
Probably.
Let's do it.
Let's go for it. Maybe Val will vomit. It'll be fun.
Right into the wound.
Oh,
Vomit
yeah,
in the
that
corner.
wasn't great.
Vomit in the corner.
8.
I'm going to venture to say that Val gets sick.
Okay.
You can choose where you get sick.
To the side. He's smart enough not to vomit on Massi.
I mean, the acid might kill some of the bacteria. It would also introduce some gut bacteria, so probably not great.
Gosh.
Ifran, being more used to wounds and seeing Val's very obvious discomfort, goes and kind of ushers Val aside and starts pushing the paste in himself.
All right. At this moment, outside, Mick has reached Luca.
Mick has arrived within easy earshot. Luca just, kind of gestures with his head toward the building. Will he live?
How am I supposed to know? I wasn't there. Perhaps he will, perhaps he won't. Luca, please, baby, why did you do that?
We need to go. We need to save the mock.
We do, but you just put Massi's life in jeopardy, and ours, potentially.
Did you see a solution? Did you see how long we sat there arguing over who we would follow? Two people being obstinately refusing to make any difference? Massi had his chance to leave. Though, and you can tell Luca's filled with doubt.
Yes, I understand. I understand your actions to an effect. But really, the result was much more treacherous than you intended. I understand. I don't want to dwell on this, but please, there must be some retribution or a way to repay you for this mistake.
And Luca gazing off into the distance. You know what brought me to this place?
Enlighten me.
The Empire, where I lived, has no magic, has no healing. It's a treacherous art. And I, very young, set out to learn this art. And I did many things, many important and good things. And it's incredible how the more you know how to heal, the more you know how to hurt. And I lost myself. And I ran so far that I arrived here. I just wanted to be free. To be free, not to hurt. And I can't avoid it. I sold a friend into slavery. I gave birth to an evil god. I stabbed a man who is probably innocent. It seems that I must hurt now. And so why hurt myself, causing this pain? If he lives, and he'll be stronger for it, and if he dies, his time has come. I can still save the mock, though. But we must hurry. And so now Luca is filled with a sort of resolve, but probably not righteous resolve. And actually, he begins to walk back toward the rest of the group.
Okay.
If it's any comfort to you, if Amak were here, he wouldn't give two craps in a basket about you stabbing him. So,
give me a minute about what Reese and Lirion speak about as they're outside.
Lirion turns to Reese and he says, I'm worried about Luca. I fear his mind is unraveling.
Can you blame him? He's been through quite a lot.
He has. I spoke to him earlier about some of these things, and while he was telling me the truth, I don't think he was telling me all of it.
I don't think we'll ever really know everything that monster did to him. Although, to be honest, I was halfway to stabbing that Massi man myself. Didn't think I would actually bring myself to do it, but he beat me.
Well, that's good. I don't think it's good to make enemies of people we're not sure of their intentions. But let us be watchful of him.
I agree.
Back inside the public house, it's probably safe to say that Val has calmed himself a little bit.
As much as he can.
There is a good amount of blood, and at this point, the patrons who were closest to you have stood up and gathered in a rough semicircle around you. Darrett is kind of looking frantically between Val, Saren, and Ifran, and he's like, this is not working. And he goes back to his big old case, and he takes another little vial, and he gives it a sniff. He's like, oh, that's the one. And then he force feeds it to Massi, who definitely starts to refuse. He's like, no, please, not. And pours it down his throat. And Massi just like, his eyes roll back in his head and seems to fall unconscious.
What was that?
It was something to calm the nerves. Maybe a bit too much. And he kind of looks at it, like squinting, and he's like trying to read the little numbers on the side. He's like, yes, a bit too much. And he puts the stopper
I'd
back
say
in.
so.
And he puts it back up, and he's like, there must be more. There must be something. There must be something I can do. What caused this wound? There's something on the inside. I cannot see it.
It was a sword, mate.
Oh, it's a very fine point.
It was a rapier, to be specific.
I fear this wound is beyond me. I am sorry. I have done what I can, but there is something going on the inside that I cannot touch. I am but a simpler peddler of wares. I dabble in the healing arts, and if, yes, it had been a simple cut, then this poultice would have worked perfectly. But unless you do not go inside the city proper, I fear this man will not last long.
Can you get him to a point where we can get him in the city?
I do not know. I'm sorry. And he refuses to make eye contact with them, maybe.
Val looks at Ifran.
Very well. Then we will make our way to the city. Please, may we have the rest of that vial, in case he wakes up on the way.
Of course. That will be 1 silver ram.
1 silver ram for that small vial. I have no time for this. I will give you 4 bronze pegs for it and be done.
6, and we'll call it a deal.
5.
Why not 5 pegs and 3 caps?
Very well. 5 pegs and 3 caps.
Hand it over.
And Ifran reaches into a little purse, counts out the money. Take it, you vulture.
Are we really doing this right now?
I was going to say, this is
There's
great.
no time to debate.
Haggling
You're
is part of
done.
their
You're
culture,
done.
guys.
Haggling is part of the culture. That was a quick haggle.
Yeah, in real time, that was like 6, 5, 4, 4.5. Oh, okay, here you go.
Fine, take it, you vulture.
He hands you the vial and takes your money and gives a slight smile. He's like, best of luck with your friend.
Yes,
and just
yes,
turns
yes.
around.
Yeah, you too.
Little known fact,
say that.
vulture is a term of endearment to the Amer. It means that you got the better side of the deal, and they're accepting defeat.
Yeah, Ifran hands him the money, gives him a very facetious grin, and picks up Massi off the table. Well, come, we are leaving.
Yeah, all right.
Saren kind of pushes the crowd aside. He's like, move aside! We're coming through!
Is Ifran carrying Massi on his own?
Yeah, unless Val is helping him.
Well, Val was going to hurry ahead if you're...
Okay, yeah, then
Good.
he's got it.
Okay, Val is hurrying outside to Lirion, because Val saw Lirion heal earlier.
Okay.
And speak very quietly in a little whisper. All right, so that man didn't really know what he was doing. I don't know. He just... I vomited. I'm sorry. But can you do that thing again that you did before?
Reese, why don't you go ahead and give it a try?
Very well. Where is he?
Ifran is bringing him out.
Saren bursts through the doors like, move aside!
And Ifran follows him. He's got Massi, like, just pretty much on his back, slumped over.
Okay.
And to Reese, who the last time he saw Massi, it was just gushing with blood. How does the wound compare to what he last saw?
There's a bit of leakage, but it seems to be mostly stopped. However, Massi is definitely a shade paler than he was before.
Okay. It seems to be stopped. What else needs to be done?
He said there was something internal that he could not fix.
Interesting. And then, I'm assuming Massi's still on Ifran's back. Reese lays his hand directly over the wound, and you see some, like, small, almost diamond-like sparks flying down his wrist through his fingers and seep into the wound on Massi's back. And that delivers 25 HP.
It's basically back to all of it. And Massi kind of takes in this... He climbs down from Ifran, and he starts wiping away this poultice, and you just see this pretty nasty scar that's there, but he's feeling his front and his back. He's like, by Sereth above, you have saved me.
Are you better now?
I cannot explain it, but you, and he looks at Reese, is like, you have saved me.
Do not dwell on it.
At this point, Luca and Mick have rejoined the group.
And we all just stare at Luca.
Yep.
Yeah, Luca stares at Massi, and he says, it seems that you have survived. Shall we continue? And he once again heads towards Threshold.
Massi's jaw kind of drops, to be honest. He's just, like, in shock at this reaction. He doesn't understand.
Upon this very curt response to Massi, followed by him turning away again, Reese turns towards Massi and just quietly says to him, "You may join us if you wish, but you know that he still harbors strong feelings against you. We do not share this, but I would suggest you go on your separate way."
In light of what I see coming our way, that is probably the best idea. And a ways down the street, in the direction that Luca is traveling, you see a procession of sorts.
Does it look like a religious procession?
Oh, does it? Imagine like a religious procession, like monks, like medieval monks mixed with Roman infantry formations and banners. And you see that the people in this main thoroughfare are just bolting to the sides of the street or away. Not like in a panicked fashion, like they have something to hide, but definitely like, I don't want to be anywhere near these people. Let's nonchalantly, but very, 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 very quickly get the heck out of here. And as they're working their way down this procession, which has about 20 or so individuals in purple and black robes with breastplates of shining steel, pauldrons, and then helmets upon their heads. The one in front does not wear a helmet or the steel adornments, but his robes are a bit more lavish in their designs, with different floral patterns across his breast and stomach in light inlays of silver and gold, contrasting this purple and black. He has oiled black hair slicked back on his head that sort of complements his gaunt face, his deep-set dark eyes staring intently at your group as he approaches. He's about 100 feet away.
Does Ifran recognize them as magisters?
100% yes.
Okay.
The banners gave it away immediately.
Okay.
Val
Yes.
is 100% hiding behind his horse.
Ifran is ushering Massi to a side alley, and like he's hiding.
Luca turns to the group and just says, he started walking away, saw procession, turns around and says, "We might need to hide."
Lirion looks at Saren and says, "You said you had a way past these people?"
I have met that one before, yes. And I would very much not like to be reacquainted. If you wish to live, follow me now.
Mick follows.
Which direction does he go?
Away for 10 feet around the back of the public house that you just came out of.
Luca will follow.
Is that the same direction that Ifran and Massi went?
Is it?
No.
Okay, so Ifran and Massi have gone down a different...
We've gone down different paths.
Okay, and you're already lost in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, that's how this is playing out.
Then Reese kind of glances around for a split second. He can't see Ifran or Massi, and he motions like he's ready to follow Saren.
Okay. And Mick and Luca and Lirion follow. Is Val staying by his horse, or is he going
No,
after?
Val will follow and lead the horse away as well.
Okay.
That perhaps
You can't just
brown horse
leave it.
is very subtle.
So everyone who followed Saren, you kind of work your way behind this public house, down a little back alley into where there's a little cross section of alleys or so, and Saren leads you down another one, and it's pretty plain to see that he's just running and gunning at this point. He has no idea where he's going. He's just getting as far away from this procession as possible, in as complicated a route as possible. And as you come to sort of a back lot area behind different apartments of such, he finally stops for a breath and he says, "Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, we've got Val, Lirion, Reese, Luca. Where's Ifran? Where did Ifran go?"
I don't know.
"What do you mean you don't know? We lost another one?"
He shuffled off with Massi, and I looked for him. I did, but I could not find him.
Gods damn it all. This is bad. I don't know how to put this in perspective, but, well, whatever you did, he looks at Reese, to that man, someone felt it. And for a response to be that quick, they must have already been close. which means they may have already been looking for us. Those were magisters. Those weren't any magisters. Those were magisters of the 12th Rose, led by none other than one they call Morden.